Okay.
All right, this is my audience. This is my grandparents, my mom and dad, my friend Nick, 5 adults for my Communication 1010 speech on how to bake the perfect pumpkin chocolate chip cookie. This is my PowerPoint that I created, and we are going to be going over exactly how to make the perfect pumpkin chocolate chip cookie. The recipe that I use is from Kitchen Keepsakes from the McElpring family, and it has 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of oil, 16-ounce canned pumpkin, 2 teaspoon milk, 2 teaspoon vanilla, 2 eggs, 4 cup flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 4 teaspoons baking powder, 2 teaspoons soda, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, and a 12-ounce package of chocolate chips. The ingredients need to be combined in this order. Combine sugar and oil, stir in pumpkin, milk, vanilla, and beaten eggs, blend well, sift the flour, salt, baking powder, soda, and cinnamon together and add to creamed mixture. Stir in chocolate chips, bake on a greased baking sheet at 375 for 10 minutes or until done. This recipe will make about 6 dozen cookies. And so I want to just go over these 3 bullet points here. Oops. I don't know how to go back. Okay. So first of all, we don't want to overmix the dough. Second of all, we want to allow the dough to rest before baking. Third, we want to use a silicone baking mat. These 3 points have really proven to me to produce a really good chocolate chip cookie. So the first one, to not overmix the dough, we want to just mix it until it's barely mixed together. Just mix it using your KitchenAid mixer or your handheld mixer, whatever you like to use. Just mix it until it's barely mixed through, and you don't want to overmix it because then the dough can become too stiff and it produces a more cake-like cookie. Allow the dough to rest before baking. You want to, sometimes with your sugar cookies or other types of cookies, you can wrap the dough up in a plastic wrap and stick it in the fridge for 1 hour. And this allows the dough to rest and allows for a more evenly cooked cookie in the oven. Third, using a silicone baking mat. This is a silicone baking mat. You can get one that's called a Silpat or just one like this I purchased from Costco in a 2-pack. You don't have to use any type of cooking spray when you put this on your cookie sheet. You just put it on your cookie sheet and just place the cookies right in the center, and they just turn out really nice, and there's no you don't have to worry about the cookie burning on the bottom or turning too brown or anything like that. So these are really great too. Overmixing the dough can determine how heavy or light the cookie will turn out. Also, measuring the correct amount of ingredients. You want to make sure that you are not using too much flour in your cookies because that also turns out to make your cookie too cake-like and too thick. And you want to add the ingredients in the correct order of the recipe. So just go in the order of the recipe and add the ingredients according to your recipe. You can also use a KitchenAid mixer or stand mixer, like I was saying. And when you add your chocolate chips to your cookies, you want to make sure you hand stir them in instead of using your mixer to stir them in. Last, resting the dough can just refrigerate it and allow the dough to rest and before you put them in the oven. Cookies baked on the silicone mat slide off easily. They never burn or turn dark on the bottom. Results are always consistent. And just make sure that when you take your cookies out of the oven that they're still a tad soft. They can still be a little bit soft. As you let them cool, they will just turn out perfect. In conclusion, I hope that you all have the confidence to bake the perfect pumpkin chocolate chip cookie. And if you remember these simple tips of not overmixing your dough, allowing the dough to rest, and using a silicone baking mat, I know your cookies will turn out amazing.
Yay!